why an older Prius is still a smart buy in 2025. Alright, let's talk about a car that's been called everything from boring to indestructible to an Uber driver's best friend. Yep, I'm talking about the Toyota Prius. But here's the thing, if you're sleeping on older Prius models, you're missing out on one of the best used car deals out there. So let me break it down. First up, reliability. The Prius has a reputation for being basically unkillable. You've probably seen one on highway with 300,000 miles and still running smooth. That's because Toyota's hybrid system is insanely well engineered, fewer moving parts than a gas engine, which means less wear and tear. Fact drop, over 90% of Priuses from the last decade are still on the road today. I have one of them. Gas savings that speaks for themselves. Gas prices are wild right now. You want a car that sips on fuel, not gulps it. Older Priuses get about 45 to 50 miles per gallon, which means you're barely visiting gas stations while your SUV driving friends are out there dropping $100 per fill-up. Some money math. Average car gas is 25 miles per gallon. Older Priuses, 15 miles per gallon. Annual savings about $1,000 in gas, depending on your driving habits. The hybrid battery bit. Okay, let's talk about the biggest fear people have, the battery. People think batteries explode the second they hit 100,000 miles. Not true. A well-maintained Prius battery can last 150k to 200k miles. And even if you do not need a replacement, refurbished batteries are out there for $1,000 to $1,500. Plus, Toyota offers long warranties on hybrid, so chances are you're good. Myth busted. The Prius battery will not bankrupt you. This is my second video that I'm doing regarding this Prius that I purchased last year. I believe it was around May. And it is February 2025. And I've had this vehicle for less than a year. I've added a fair amount of miles to this vehicle. I use it as a carrier car, and I use it for work when I'm doing film productions. So pretty much this car has been utilized on day in, day out for work purposes. And the first video, I talked about this rattling noise in the bottom of the vehicle, and I had my mechanic look at it, and they cannot seem to find any issue whatsoever with it. They've heard it, but they still know where it is. I have a suspicion that it is part of a bumper. The bumper is kind of loose, so it's not bolted down, so there's some bolts that are missing. When I kind of shake it, that kind of just rattles, so I'm suspecting that. So given the fact that I've been driving this every day, I haven't had any issues whatsoever, no overheating, no lights that give me warning or any such things like that. Things have been really smooth with this vehicle. I've taken it to the mountains and it doesn't struggle whatsoever. I have a family of 4, and so all that weight in the vehicle doesn't give much issue. Of course, this car doesn't have a lot of power, but it's enough to haul 4 to 5 seater people. But you know, if you have heavyweight people, then heavy set people, then that might make the vehicle work a little bit more. But thus far, the only maintenance that I have done in this vehicle are routine oil, and I believe I switched spark plugs or just the whole tune-up as soon as I purchased this vehicle last year. So yeah, it's been an excellent car for me. I definitely want to keep it. Right now, the miles is already at 180,421 because of my side gigs and jobs that I do. So I've added maybe about 8,000 miles already in less than a year. So I would say it's pretty good. I'm sure a lot of rideshare people out there, they probably put 40,000 a year, but I don't do it full time. I only do it part time, so that's why the miles are not that drastic for me. Yeah, the interior looks good. There's times where I've hit streets that were uneven. I've hit the bottom of the car because it was either the road was too high, or I scraped something down there. Or if you're going into a ramp
You know how sometimes you exit a building and the ramp is too steep and the middle part of the car gets caught? Those are the things that I hate the most. So yeah, thank God nothing broke from there, nothing leaks. It seems to be doing okay from those types of grinding in the ground. But I am very happy with this car. I think I want to keep it for a long time, as long as I maintain it with all its fluids and everything else. I remember coming across a few Prius owners that do rideshare, and some of them already have 500,000 miles and some have 400,000 miles. So yeah, I don't see why not. I can keep this vehicle for a very long time. It's gonna do a lot of benefit in my pocket because I'm not paying month to month, and Toyota is very reliable, and this is a hybrid, and I'm assuming some of the parts will be cost effective because there's millions of these cars on the road, and some of them will be in the junkyard, and you could probably get some of those parts that way. But overall, very happy with the vehicle. So if you're going that route looking to purchase a used Prius, do your homework first though. Make sure you get a mechanic to check it out. If you know the person 100%, if they're a single owner and they're passing it on to you and you trust what they say as far as maintenance, then yeah, you probably should look further into it and see if that vehicle is the right fit for you. This vehicle I knew from the owner because they were my boss. You know, they told me that this was a single owner and they've had this maintained on a regular schedule. And yeah, that was it. I decided to purchase that car based on knowing the person, and I trusted the person, and it was being maintained at a Toyota dealership, so they have records on that.
Crazy low maintenance. Now let's talk about maintenance. Regular cars need oil changes every 5,000 miles. Priuses, they use less oil. You can go longer between changes. Plus, the hybrid system means the brakes last way longer, and sometimes 100,000 miles before needing replacement. Annual maintenance costs. Prius, about $400 to $600. Gas guzzlers, about $1,200. Plus, used car market pricing. Right now, used car prices are crazy, but older Priuses, still some of the best deals out there. You can grab a well-maintained 2010, 2015 model for around $6,000 to $12,000. And trust me, that's a steal for a car that can easily last another 100,000 miles plus. Depreciation, minimal. Prius holds its value because it's always in demand. So, who is a Prius perfect for? Commuters, for cheap gas, reliable, low maintenance. Rideshare drivers, more money with lower expenses. First-time car buyers, easy to drive, super practical. Eco-conscious drivers, lower emissions, good for the planet. Unexpected cool factor. Look, I know what you're thinking. The Prius is not cool, but hear me out. Fuel efficiency is cool. Saving money is cool. Driving a car that won't let you down, extremely cool. Bonus points, the Prius has secret street cred. Ask any car guy and they'll admit it's a solid ride. Final thoughts.
One of the things I love about this vehicle is the space. There's so much legroom in this vehicle. The windows, you can clearly see outside, and it's very comfortable. When you drive, it doesn't feel so claustrophobic on this vehicle because the colors inside are bright and the windows are big. The legroom is great. As I do carrier and catering, there's even huge backspace. So look at this big thing. I just delivered something earlier ago. The fact that I can put the seat forward, and this gives me so much room when those seats are flattened out. This is one of the reasons why I love this vehicle. So a couple other things I like about this vehicle. There's enough storage space to put all your stuff. There's even 2 glove compartments. It's great. There's side places there to put your water, and then the middle console here. I decided to add this to give me a little bit more, to add more stuff here. Decided to purchase this to connect to the power, so anybody sitting in the car can tap into this power here instead of running the wire all the way down there. See, all the way down there. So now I can access this cable. Only thing I don't like are these panels down here. They're not the most clear when you're driving, and sometimes it's so hard to see. I have to get the mileage in between, so I have to focus, so it's not the most clear signs to see. Music wise, originally I thought the audio sucked, but what I realized is that when you turn on the radio, the volume is going to be relatively low at first, and then it goes to a normal size. So I got a toddler back there. But anyways, that's part of the cars that I like and don't like.
So if you're in the market for a used car that's cheap to own, lasts forever, and saves you a ton of gas, the older Prius is 100% worth it. You get Toyota reliability, hybrid efficiency, and low maintenance costs all in one package. Would you buy a Prius? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
All right, if you guys have any question regarding this Toyota Prius, comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.